Hello, Pokemon trainers! And welcome, Professor Chime here. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my thoughts about Pokemon Day coming this week, and some of my theories of what we might see based on my own thoughts and evidence and speculation, honestly. I can't tell. I don't know what exactly we'll get until it comes. So, without further ado, let's get underway. Okay, so here's my thoughts. A lot of people are really confused about what we might see as some sort of announcement on Pokemon Day, which is February 27th. Every year, that's the day that Pokemon Red and Green came out, and no one knows where we're going to go with this. We're pretty sure we're going to get an announcement, but what is it? Is it Let's Go 2? Is it a Sinnoh remake? You know, that kind of thing. No. I think that we're going to just get a straight Gen 8. That's going to be the first big announcement. I don't see it being anything bigger than, say, just a quick trailer, probably a teaser. If you think about like the old Sun and Moon teaser trailer where it showed all the different older games prior, and then it said, oh, by the way, and it was like, it's a 2016, and it gave some concept art, some of which never even got used. I remember like the truck with like the Machoke on the back and all that. And then at the very end, it said Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon, and then 2016, and then that was it. That was the entire teaser trailer, and we didn't see anything for like a couple months after that, basically. I think that we're going to get something like that. We're going to get that for Gen 8 as opposed to Gen 7 in the same sense. And then at that point, we will see more probably like closer to E3. They'll probably do something in the Nintendo Direct. They'll treat it very similar to what we saw for Sun and Moon in the exact same way. Now, what does that mean for the future of the games? A lot of people think that we're going to be seeing rapid-fire games. I don't believe that. I believe that we will get, from my past experience and past knowledge of the timeline for the past 22 years or more, especially for the US releases and stuff like that, what we'll end up getting is 2019, probably November, as always, we'll get the Pokemon Gen 8. That's going to come out probably mid-November, as it does every time in the past like few generations. We'll see 2020. We'll see the Pokemon Bank, and that will be probably March. Usually February to April is when they would do something like that to release the Pokemon availability and update for a Pokemon Bank. In this case, they would have to bring Pokemon Bank to the Switch, and I don't know how that's going to work. I'd love to do another speculation video on this, but it's so hard to tell. There's no way to actually know. So that means that we'll get or like early quarter one, late quarter one, I should say, we'll get Pokemon Bank. Now, here's where my theory, a lot of people probably disagree with me. I don't think we're going to get a core game in 2020. Why? Because if you look at the history of all of Pokemon, there is always some sort of gap somewhere in most generations, whether it's before it or right in the middle. And there's usually a 1 year, like, nothing going on in that year. I think that's 2020 for us, guys. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But to fuel this speculation, I think the next game that we'll get after Gen 8 is Let's Go 2. Whatever it may be, it's probably Gen 2 remake, done in Let's Go format. That's the obvious answer here, especially since they've said things that they would love to do a gold and silver remake. In this case, it would probably be a crystal remake. Then you would also have things along the lines of, like, for instance, Sabrina in Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. You ended up having her say after she gets defeated that she won't have battled another trainer like this for another 3 years. Now, in the lore, we know there's a 3-year gap between Gen 1 and Gen 2. But what if she was meaning in real life? Now, if she's talking in real life, then that means that in 2018, we had Let's Go. In 2021, we have Let's Go 2. Why would you see a 3-year gap in real life? Well, first off, if they weren't sure if Let's Go was going to do as well as it did, then they wouldn't have said, well, we might make another one if Let's Go is successful. So that means that they were probably holding off and waiting on Let's Go to say, yeah, we sold way above expectations. And it did. It totally did. But a game development cycle, in general, 3 years makes sense. So if they started real process and work on it, they would release it probably close to 2021. In comparison, especially since we have a game in 2019 to hold us over for a couple of years. So, what do you think? Tell me in the comments if you think I'm crazy or if you think that I might be onto something. Either way, we're going to probably see something on February 27th during Pokemon Day. Well, it'll probably be the 26th because in Japan there are like most of the day through 27th by the time we get into the 26th. Yeah, I think they're like, was it 12 hours ahead or something like that, depending on where you are. Either way, it's far enough ahead that look out on the 26th if you're in the States here. Let me know in the comments below, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Feel free to join my Discord, and we can squabble, we can talk about it, and talk about theories. But other than that, stay cool, everyone, and have a great day. I, Pika, choose you to go check out the other videos. And then don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Thanks everyone, have a great day, and stay cool.